It's like I smoke, but I don't do anything. I'm just tired. Uh, what's good? Welcome to Cameos. I am Samson. With me, I have Just Rambling. Fu and O'Shaughnessy are back being child dads. So it's just the two of us. Like that. Well, I said this last week, like that Will Smith song,
You
but
made
not
this
really.
same joke last week.
I know. Yeah, I'm out of it.
And you better be careful because you keep making references like that. We're gonna get copyright struck.
Huh, I can make a reference as long as I don't. I'm not gonna sing the song.
I don't know. The UMG music groups, they are aggressive online.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to risk it. I don't even want to hum nothing.
All right, I won't. Well, I'm not gonna sing a song anyway. It don't matter. Um,
Gotcha. All right.
well, yeah, go ahead. Start us off with this news, man.
I was gonna let you finish your thought.
I have no thoughts. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Josh Awesome is here.
Yeah, it was
Welcome,
good,
brother.
man. Oh yeah, we do got tickets. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start us off. Superman comes out Thursday. Well, Friday technically, but like they have Thursday showings. So go check out Superman. Uh, this week, Just Rambling is excited. He's been bothering us. Reviews are amazing for it. Uh,
Oh,
first
tell them the number it debuted at on Rotten Tomatoes. Go
debuted at
ahead, tell them.
91% on Rotten Tomatoes with 55 reviews in. Or the reports are saying it's like Action Comics come to life. This is like Just Rambling's wet dream here. This is
I am
everything that
going to
he's hoped
openly
for.
weep in front of everybody in that movie theater.
Yeah, we're not excited. We're excited for the movie. We're not excited for Justin's response to the movie.
Be prepared to see me become the most obnoxious motherfucker you ever met in your life. I'm gonna be like a Philadelphia Eagles fan when they win the Super Bowl. Like you going, I'm gonna start a one man riot outside the movie theater.
we're not
But
we're not looking forward to that. Oh,
to
and thank you, Joshua Awesome, for joining us live. I hope the move was pleasant. But yeah, thanks for tuning in.
yeah,
My
I
bad. Go ahead.
personally hate moving, so I give my respect to anybody who has to do it because that is not a pleasant process.
Yeah.
Ah, to start you guys off with some bad news, Julian McMahon has passed away. He has been famous for such roles in shows like Nip Tuck, FBI's Most Wanted, and you might know him, fellow nerds, most notably as the original Doctor Doom for the Fantastic Four in the 2000s,
Mm.
with Eoin Grufford, Jessica Alba, Chris Evans, and Michael Chiklis. So he it's reported that he suffered a very private battle with cancer and unfortunately he lost. So our deepest condolences to his family.
Yeah. Rest in peace. So sad, man. It's so weird to be this age and like all these like iconic people from our childhood are starting to pass. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
there's another one as well. I'll just let you name him.
Who's the other one?
Oh, Michael Madsen.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, he also
Reservoir
passed.
Dogs.
Yeah, not only Reservoir Dogs, like Kill Bill.
Hmm.
It's just very sad.
Yeah, he was part of the Tarantino crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I remember when I was a kid and like my parents would have like very visceral reactions to celebrities that they grew up with dying, and I'm just like, who's that?
Mm-hmm.
Who's that? Who's
Mm-hmm.
that? And I feel like my son is going through that exact same thing when like I mentioned like, oh yeah, the original Doctor Doom died, and he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm like, it matters to me, damn it.
That's why these things have to be like historical, like records. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like sometimes you gotta sit your kids down and show them Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer because it's like
I'm
necessary for for the
I might
development.
I might listen. We can redact Fan Four Stick from the record, but I might actually show my son both Fantastic Fours leading up to the debut of First Steps. I'm like, okay, here's what we had in the past, and here's what you got now. So clearly things have gotten better. Hopefully, ideally, I hope First Steps is good. But
uh, it don't look too great, but
we
Superman
we
looks
gonna
great.
yeah. But I've always said that Julian McMahon could have been a great Doctor Doom if they gave him a more comic accurate origin story. Because here they just made him a billionaire businessman. which is like, okay, that's just Lex Luthor. But if
Yeah,
they give him the Romani background, having him grown up in the village and dethroning the despot who lived there before him, like that, I think he could have nailed that portrayal.
I think they had him as like he pulled himself up, by your bootstraps, to become a businessman. But and then he still went to school with Reed, but it seemed like he wasn't as intelligent as Reed, and that always
Hmm.
bothered me. It's like he acknowledged that Reed was his better, so he hired him to do things.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like that portrayal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, I
It
think
was a
Josh Ross was right.
series of bad ideas.
They were afraid of being dark back then.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But hey, rest in peace to him. Condolences to his family.
Yeah,
Um, you know,
Michael Madsen as well.
Michael Madsen as well. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, TikTok is building a new version of its app for users in the US. The current app will eventually be shut down. It's believed that Oracle is buying TikTok, and ByteDance, the original owners of TikTok, are making this new app in replace to replace the current TikTok. It's currently being um, the title for it is called M2, and that's because the original TikTok used to be Musically, and that was TikTok was called M1. So this new app is being codenamed M2, but it's likely going to have a whole different name when it's launched to the public.
Is it still ByteDance?
No, ByteDance is selling this like I guess the algorithm and all the parts of TikTok that currently exist, they're repackaging it as an entirely new app and selling that to Oracle.
So, and then that's the that's what Americans will get,
That's what Americans will use.
but they can't call it TikTok because it won't
No,
be.
because it will not be TikTok because TikTok will still exist just outside of America for its remaining users throughout the world. Because from what I read during the big TikTok is shutting down frenzy that occurred pretty much every 3 months for the past year or so,
Mm.
American users make up 30% of the app's user base and traffic. So
Mm.
it's a sizable block that's being lost. So no one really knows what's going to happen going forward. TikTok is still going to thrive and live elsewhere, but for American users, we will be using this quote unquote codename M2 app.
I'm not using it regardless.
I use it, and this feels a little bit like censorship, which we will get more into as we get down the line.
Mm.
Uh, Crunchyroll information, or Crunchyroll news from the creator of Full Metal Alchemist, Daemons of the Shadow Realm, an original story from Hironobu Arakawa. I know how to pronounce Arakawa because that's the name of the antagonist from Like a Dragon. It's coming soon to Crunchyroll, and I will leave this one to you because I don't
Mm.
know what this is.
So well, I'll see. So this is all part of Anime Expo. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure. Yeah, just add all this Anime Expo news to it as well. But I'm excited for this because I love Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's one of the best uh, anime and manga ever put out. I remember when Full Metal Alchemist came out, the the mangaka was just the author. He took a hiatus, which is why you have two versions. So this one, it's good to see that his other works are getting adaptations, and Studio Bones is also doing it. Studio Bones is one of the better animation studios. Sorry, I'm pretty sure it's Studio Bones. I forgot, but I'm pretty sure it's Studio Bones. So for you anime fans, I know that this is going to be a good one. Sorry, go ahead. Just you could just list all the Anime Expo
That's what I was going to do.
animes.
Like
Yeah,
I,
just
I
just
won't
list
have
them.
opinions on all of these, but I will leave you the space to discuss
It's okay.
whatever you're interested in.
It's like me when you're talking about games that aren't Warcraft Rumble or anything from software
Games that you can't play on the toilet.
or
Got it.
Final Fantasy 15.
Okay. Another announcement: Bleach final season announced for 2026.
Yeah. So that's the Thousand Year Blood War arc is finally concluding. You can catch it on Hulu. I think Disney Plus if you're not in the country. I always forget how that works.
Mhm.
Animation has been great. I always thought the story was weird. Like, there's a whole book of this stuff that Kubo didn't include in the manga. So they've adapted that as part of the anime. So check it out. I only hear good things about it. Shout out to Enjoy Slurms. He loves it.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 7, Steel Ball Run staff reveal and more.
That's for T Stare. Steel Ball Run is one of the better JoJo stories, honestly. I actually need to finish reading it. I think that's the one I started reading when I first started reading JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I started reading Steel
Mhm.
Ball Run. The one that's most popular are like the ones with the memes and the stands. But this should be good. Definitely check it out when it comes out.
One thing I know about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is that I think it's heavily inspired by like Prince and like various other icons from the 80s who were very fashionable and all that stuff. And I remember my friend
Yeah.
showed me a clip of like what seemed like just an ordinary episode. And then it ended, and the end credit song was Freaking You by Jodeci. And I damn near died of laughter.
Oh, I didn't tell you that.
No, it wasn't you, it was somebody else. I don't remember who, but
I'm
I remember
shocked.
showing me the clip of that, and I died.
It was hilarious. I remember I was in my apartment and I was like cleaning up. And I had the anime playing in the background, and then I heard "Freaking You" playing, and I was like, "Yo, what's my?" I went and started turning off things. Like, what? I turned my phone down. I was like, "What is this?" And then I realized it was TV. It was hilarious. But even in the show, like, there's a Speedwagon Foundation, which is Ario Speedwagon. Some
Oh,
stand
okay.
names are like Purple, Purple Haze, Notorious Big, which they can't say Notorious Big in the show. They gotta say Notorious Chase. Sticky Fingers, like which is Onyx. Sticky Fingers is a member of Onyx. Like it's like a troll, but
Mhm.
it's like really good for some reason. So look forward to Still Ball Run when it comes out.
Gotcha. Chainsaw Man movie, Reze arc.
Yeah, it's just gonna look good. I don't like Chainsaw Man. The story is absolutely terrible. It makes zero sense, but the animation is fire. Uh, I'm pretty sure Mappa still did this one. If you didn't watch season
Mhm.
one, check it out. Like it looks beautiful. So I forgot what happens in the Reze arc. It's nonsense. Chainsaw Man is nonsense. So I don't remember what happens anymore.
Project M official announcement by Kagurabachi, anime producer, cyber agent.
I actually forgot what that was, but it's
I,
coming
I,
out. It's coming.
uh, Science Saru's Ghost in the Shell new trailer revealed, slated for 2026.
Excited for that. If you've never seen Ghost in the Shell, it's a very iconic anime and manga. Wait, is it anime? Or sorry, is it a manga? I don't know. I never read the manga, but it is an iconic anime. That live action adaptation with Scarlett Johansson wasn't it, but this is going to be very good. If you haven't ever seen Ghost in the Shell, check out the movie, and I think there was a series as well for Ghost in the Shell.
Gotcha. Joshua Awesome will be excited for this one. Freerin, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Freerin Beyond Journey's End Season 2 new trailer revealed, slated for January 2026.
Man, Joshua also not the only one. I absolutely love Free Run.
Mm.
It is so good. The manga's on hiatus right now. I think the author took a break to work on the season. But also like mangaka are notoriously like they have notoriously bad health because of the way they work.
Mhm.
But if you've never seen Free Run, check it out. It's literally she's just an elf that's just walking the world looking for like basically grimoires and looking for magic. But she likes like random magic, like magic to steam your clothes, magic to make like it's like magic to make your socks smell fresher, right? She'll
That
go.
sounds adorable.
It's like little folk magic, right? So it's cute, and she's just traveling around the world. But as she's traveling, there's so many other things happen, and like she's dealing with fallout from the demon lord war that she had fought in, like close to a century ago. So there's still like fights and action in there. Season one is great. Can't wait for season two. Thank you. Yeah, it's like a D&D character. She's always distracted. like in
That's I
dungeons,
see.
and like it's really good. Like
Mhm.
I love it. It's really good. I
Yeah,
thought I wouldn't like it, and then I kept watching. I was like, oh, all right, this is fire. So
yeah.
it's
Y'all
it's
two
very
sold me
very
on
good.
that one. That sounds like something I want to check out.
Yeah,
It's called Free Run.
yeah. Free Run Beyond Journey's End.
Okay.
Yeah, the fight scenes are amazing. You wouldn't expect them to be because it's just like it's a little elf mage and another young mage, and then like a warrior.
Hmm.
But the fights are fire. The fights are so good.
Oh shit, it's on Netflix too. Bet.
Yeah, Netflix and Crunchyroll. Season 2 probably come out on Crunchyroll first before it comes
Gotcha.
out on Netflix.
Gotcha. Seven. Mushoku Tensei. Jobless Reincarnation Season 3 has announced that the first teaser trailer will be revealed on July's. Should be out now. Any thoughts?
Yes, this is another thing that's out. I don't.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't really care about that one. No
And
offense to those that like it.
gotcha. And Studio A1 Pictures Eisen Flugel anime movie revealed the new trailer and a key visual.
That's another one I don't really care too much about.
Gotcha.
Also, one it's another one that I don't really care too much about, but it did happen. Black Clover, a new season of Black Clover is coming out,
Hmm.
and also the Don 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 Evil Eye film I think should be coming to your streaming services soon, in the form of the episodes. Like you know how they do it. They like just take the episodes, split it up. Also,
Yeah. Yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen. They've started working on Jujutsu Kaisen. Finally. I know, like, we kept getting the conflicting reports, like, yeah, it's going to come out this year. Like, nah. They just
Hmm.
started working on it. So, we'll get it soon. And then, lastly, yes, Joshua Awesome. We've seen the trailer for Eyes of Wakanda. Animation looks okay, but the story looks great.
My heart just goes out to the creators over at Mappa who got to work on the next season of Jujutsu Kaisen because I know them whips are cracking.
They finished Chainsaw Man. They tried to go home, and somebody like grabbed them. Like,
Where you think you going?
there you go. Threw him back in the chair.
Uh,
It's funny, but it's not because they really are working very hard. Our heart goes out to them. Yeah, I had to switch it. I had to get
I'm
serious for a
laughing
second.
at you. I'm not laughing at the situation. In end of the world, actually, no, not end of the world, end of humanity news. It's important to be optimistic. AI is learning to lie, scheme, and threaten its creators during stress testing scenarios. How many movies have we seen where shit like this happens during the opening credits, and by 20 minutes into the movie, all of humanity is on the way to the end of all things, and yet people still persist with this? Why? Aside from money, we know it's money, but at what point does like the desire of like what point does self-preservation kick in and say, hey, maybe let's not create Ultron so he can drop a meteor on us?
This literally every person that like saw this story literally sent the same Ultron gif.
I've got no strings on me. Yep.
That was hilarious to me. I don't know. I think we live in a society that's not very like it's not about like self preservation. I think it's
Hmm.
it's very reactionary, right? It's there's no like forward thinking in a lot of instances. Right. They're like, thank you, Josh Rossum. This is Skynet, right? It's Skynet.
Yeah.
It's the Matrix. It's AI. It's what's the other one? iRobot. It's so many things.
Yeah.
Uh,
It that Jeff Goldblum quote from Jurassic Park is timeless. The one where he says, "You were so obsessed with whether or not you could that you didn't ask yourself if you should." Like
yeah.
that's what's happening. It's like they're focused more on like, "Oh, what can we do?" And it's like no one really is pulling back the reins and say, "Hey, should we?
Did you know what they
Should
should
we
do?
recreate a T-1000?" What?
They should literally just make. It's essentially just Jurassic Park, the first one, right?
Yes.
But instead of dinosaurs, it's just like AI, right? So it's just AI giant animatronic robots.
That's Terminator.
It's Terminator mixed with Jurassic Park, just so we can have someone that looks like Jeff Goldblum say that same line. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, that's
Horizon Zero Dawn.
who is what's the name of the guy who runs Chat GPT? It was like Sam Alton.
don't know.
Yeah,
He's
Sam Altman is going to pull a Ted Faro from Horizon Zero Dawn. And for those who haven't played it, because Horizon Zero Dawn has the worst release window of gaming, in like they always release next to like Zelda or Elden Ring. Like, it's an amazing story that is becoming more and more topical as time goes on, to a frightening degree.
yeah. I'm just honestly, I'm glad they caught the AI before it got out. That's the
That's
funniest
the
part to me. They caught it and then it started lying. Like it's very, it's not funny because like you getting a little too getting a little too smart there, but it is funny that it lied as soon as it was caught doing something wrong.
what if it made us believe that we caught it,
All right,
that it
just
made us believe it's
chill.
lying.
So it's watching right, it's watching right now.
I'm just saying. I listen. I
Hey,
have always loved Ultron. James Spader's performance was incredible. So remember this moment when you decide to take over the rest of humanity, and please kill me last.
don't kill me at all.
Now they definitely gonna take you out because anytime an AI does an assessment on what's best for the Earth to exist, humanity gets wiped out immediately. That's what we're dealing with. We are
I mean,
creating what
listen,
will be our
you
undoing,
gotta
even
chill.
if not by, huh?
You gotta chill, man. Billionaires already got their fallout shelters.
That's not gonna work for long.
I'm saying they exist.
Yeah. Have you ever read World War Z?
Nah, I watched the movie though.
That movie. That is the worst adaptation in the history of film. Like
That's not true.
I I think I consider it the worst adaptation because of compared to what it should have been and what it could have been, it was an abject failure in every way except maybe financially because I don't know how much money it made at the box office. But what it should have been was like a docu series on HBO where this guy goes around and pretty much exists in the aftermath of the zombie apocalypse and goes around interviewing people trying to get their take on it. But what I'm trying to get at is there is a moment in the book, like a full chapter, where a guy's like a guard at a compound for the rich and famous. Just like you said, where like the billionaires built their compounds and their little bunkers and everything. And which should have been its own episode in this imaginary docu-series that I wish would have come to fruition. But he's a guard and he starts getting like reports and alarms start going off of like things approaching the compound. So naturally he thinks it's like zombies. So he readies up, gets his gear ready, he's about to just go out and start blazing, taking people out. Turns out it's not zombies at all. It's regular people who found the compound who are desperate for food, shelter, water, all that stuff. And they're attacking the compound. And now he has the moral quandary of, well, shit, I was hired to kill zombies. These are not zombies. So what do I do? But that's what I mean. It's like those shelters will not last for long in these doomsday scenarios. They will exist for a short period of time, and then eventually they will start to become either overrun or Fallout shelter stories. If you've ever played Fallout and gone into the lore and all the logs and everything, like just a series of horrific outcomes and experiments that occurs within these little ecosystems. Okay, I'm getting into way too much of it, but the point is we fucked, man. They need to stop with this and listen and just use AI for like little cutesy things, like whatever Mattel dolls they're trying to build that we reported on last week. Like,
That's gonna be it's so weird. Oh, also
oh
before
god.
I forgot to mention. Sorry, there was one more. Cyberpunk Edge Runners, 2.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. That's also sorry. That's also part of Anime Expo. I think that was part of Anime Expo as well. But whatever, it's a new season, a new main character also because the main character in the previous one. Just watch it, see what happens to that main character, and then
Nintendo is facing
yeah.
legal action over its ability to quote unquote brick switch to consoles whenever they want. Like
Not quote unquote. Their ability to brick, they can really
I'm
brick your
I'm
system.
reading what I was shown verbatim. It says the quotes in the article title. I'm using the quotes.
Whatever.
Quote, brick, switch to consoles whenever they want. Regulators in Brazil have called the clause, quote, again, abusive under Brazilian law, which is what I expected.
Good. I'm glad
Yeah.
some country cares about the consumer. No one else
Yeah. I thought it
does.
was going to be the EU first, but I'm glad somebody stepped up.
Yeah. Also, just to throw more onto there, there's also like a 25% tariff on Japan and Korea right now. But for you Switch users, that shouldn't matter. or for you gamers in general, that shouldn't matter. I don't think any games are physically made in Japan. I don't even think any systems are physically made in Japan. So don't worry.
They also shouldn't care because clearly they are willing to pay any price imaginable
I
to
mean, yeah,
get Mario Kart. So
that's true too.
might as well jack it up to 150 a pop because that's where we at now. Nobody
Yeah,
wants to take a stand for anything, and prices keep going up as a result.
yeah, man. Joshua, also you missed a lot, man. We talked about the same thing you're complaining about too, because we were pissed. Well, I was
Yeah,
pissed.
yeah.
Sorry for
So
those that
some of the
can't read. He's talking about the cartridges that aren't actual cartridges. It's just a key card
yeah,
that gives you
so not
access to download something.
not all the games are key cards. Some of them are, but either way, it's annoying as all hell. And like,
Hmm.
even if they're not key cards, you still need access to Nintendo Switch Online to even play them. So
Hmm.
hey, people spent $500 to just get fucked over by Nintendo, and
Yeah,
that's why nothing ever changes to the consumer's benefit.
yeah, that's on
This
y'all.
is slowly going to become like an ultra left wing podcast.
How? Because
Because we keep
because
ranting about anti-capitalistic shit.
we're not anti-capitalism. We're just acknowledging like, yeah, this is kind of predatory and unfair to the consumer. You shouldn't do
Yeah,
that. I don't think that
I
makes
think
us anti-capitalism.
no, actually, I believe in capitalism. I just feel like all the checks and balances that were meant to keep capitalism in place are now gone.
Yeah,
So the
it's like
inmates are running the
losers.
asylum.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Let's see what else is next. Oh yeah. So the founder of Arcane Studios that made, to my knowledge, Death Proof and Dishonored.
Hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Um, he said, and I quote again, because that's what the title says. I think Game Pass is an unsustainable model that has been increasingly damaging the industry for a decade. Someone asked
Hmm.
him to elaborate, and he said it has been subsidized by Microsoft's infinite money. Quote, but at some point, reality has to hit. I don't
Hmm.
think Game Pass can coexist with other models. They'll either kill everyone else or give up. So that started a whole conversation. People were asking like, what happens when the money gives up? And it's the biggest concern among like the network, and it's just economic reasons, blah 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 blah. But
I
it's
don't.
just
I don't really agree with him.
elaborate.
I think it'll transform. You know, I remember how, and I was just talking to my friends about this today. Remember, like streaming
Hmm.
services, right? We pay
Yeah,
for streaming service, we get to watch content.
yeah,
All of a sudden now, streaming services have ads, and you have to pay more. It's like a paid tier to get you to a point where you don't have ads. I think that's
hmm
the path of Game Pass, right? At a
yeah.
certain point, they'll start to make it a tiered system, so you can't just play everything. You can play like Turok. Remember that game? The
Of
little
course, Dinosaur Hunter.
yeah, you can play Turok Joshua Hunter for free, right? You can play Gems of War, which is I'll be playing
Hmm.
randomly, right? You can play like the first Witcher, right? And then you want to go up a
Hmm.
tier, right? You pay a little bit more, you can get access to these games, and if you pay the top tier, you get access to everything here and below. That's the only
Yeah,
way to. That's a sustainable uh, business model.
yeah. PlayStation kind of have something like that, but instead
Yeah,
of
it's like two
access to
tiers. I
games,
thought too.
yeah, it's like two tiers. One gives you access to pretty much all the games. The highest tier gives you access to the games and like
Mm.
demos 2 week or you like early access to games and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
I think that's
Uh,
the path. And Joshua, I don't know about ads for gaming specifically. Like they can't run an ad. Well, actually, let me
don't,
amend.
don't, don't, don't.
I
I
was gonna
swear to
say
God.
no. I'm saying I was gonna say they can't run an ad while you're like playing Final Fantasy, but they probably can. Right? They can
Every time
probably.
you pause the game,
Yeah, there's a script that comes in, or they can like run a banner right through your game. If everything's held in a cloud anyway, they can. The sky's the
they
limit.
can.
Honestly, they can
They,
do
they-
whatever.
oh God,
They can't.
that would be.
They can't stop. Like they can't do anything that would impede your gameplay. So they can't stop you. Right? They can't pause it for you and run a 30-second ad while you're in the middle of a boss. Right? They can't give you.
Mhm.
They can't give you ad breaks. Right?
They
Because
can
it's not
put
just.
ads on loading screens.
Yeah, they can put ads on load screens, right? They can put ads as soon as you pause the game. They can put ads on like banner ads that just pop up
Hmm.
for 30 seconds in a way that
Make
doesn't
you pay to
impede.
not have ads.
Yeah, they can do that, which is sad, but that's the path we're going, and that's when I pull out dust off my Xbox 360. You know, like the old Nintendo
Mhm.
cartridge, I gotta blow it off, uh, wipe off the disc, place
Yeah,
that disc in there, and enjoy old games that I've beaten 1,000 times.
yeah. I mean, I imagine they'll have something similar to streaming, television and movie streamings policies where games exist on these platforms for but so long. So it's like you
Hmm.
have like a 1 year to 2 year exclusivity contract with Game Pass, and then once that's off Game Pass, you then strike another contract with Sony, or I forgot. I think it's PlayStation Now is what it's called, and then you go over to what's the name, Steam or anywhere else. But like
Hmm.
I'm curious as to it, like Josh also made a really good point where he said that it's like music streaming, but the only issue is, to my knowledge, it doesn't cost as much to develop a music album that it does to create like a video game.
Depends
Like
on
how
the
much,
album.
like how, okay, if you had to go on like the high end of, like, I don't know anything about music production, I leave that to you. But if you had to go to the high end of how much it costs to create an album, what price tag would that be?
uh, I mean, it's not like GTA 6, but
Nothing is like GTA 6. GTA 6 costs the price of a small nation.
but also it depends on the album, right? Like you got to clear samples, right? You got to pay
Hmm.
for features,
Okay.
depending on who you have on the album.
Yeah.
Uh, do you count marketing as well in that?
Hmm.
It's like it could be like a I don't know back in the day, 100 million maybe.
Really? I didn't know that.
It's not like cheap.
Hmm.
Maybe 100 million. Sorry, 100 million might be a little too much. I might like this like
Yeah.
embellish it. It's not like they're Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Uh, maybe couple million probably. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. But the counterpoint to that is like there are so many games that would not be touched without Game Pass. So
Hmm.
it's like it's a double-edged sword. On one end, I'm pretty sure when you take a game and you release it to Game Pass first, and it exists there, quote unquote, for free, because it's a subscription model, so you're paying something that
Hmm.
you're not getting as much money as you would get if you just launched it as a, you had to pay for it. But it's just
Yeah,
it's
but
hard.
I'll say think of it like this, right? For let's to
Mhm.
your music example, right?
Mhm.
Uh, you know who Skilo is.
Yeah, yeah.
For those that don't know who Skilo is, he has a song called "I Wish." I can't sing it because then we'll get copyright stricken.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
but
Please don't even hum it.
I remember he made. I remember either watching or reading an interview about him making that song and how he went out and did everything himself. So he produced the entire album himself, right?
Hmm.
He cleared all the samples himself, right? So everything up front, out of pocket, and then he just made buku amount of money off that. And then Grande sampled his song later, so he made even more money later. That's like a side story. But my point is
Hmm.
like, because I saw Josh Rossum comment about he can technically go into his on his rig and make an album. Like yeah, he can. If you're like a developer, if you do it all yourself, right?
Okay.
That brings the cost down, right? You don't have to pay other people to like write code and do all these things and like design characters. Like if you could do all that yourself, you can bring the cost down. Then you can release your game on whichever tier of Game Pass exists. These things are possible, but I think like it's just the work required to do that type of stuff. And nobody
Yeah.
does that anymore. Nobody does that now. Nobody does that in music. Nobody's like gonna do that. Or no, I won't say that. They're indie game developers that undertake all that. I don't know what the payoff is like for them. Also, you know the way the gaming industry is these days.
Yeah.
It's like a, it's like you got to be a who's who to really get that type of recognition. So it's tough. It's not looking like a great world for gamers unless you can get like a streamer to promote your game for a modest fee. I don't
I
know.
wonder if more streaming services are going to pop up because right now it's like Game Pass, PlayStation Now, and Steam. You know, who else enters the fray? I think there's like the Epic launcher and a few things, for other
Yeah.
things. And it's like I think when you have that, because competition is usually best for everybody involved.
Hmm.
Um, you create bidding wars. And now it's like, oh, okay, who wants to get the next Halo on? Actually, no, Xbox will have that, but like, who wants to get to the next Final Fantasy debuting on their streaming service, or the next Madden, so on and so forth. So that will, in some way, benefit the gaming industry. It's just a matter of how long
Hmm.
and because we've seen stories about how like Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, they're all operating at a loss. They get like a ton of viewers, but the amount of money they have to put into production and all that other stuff has resulted in them like essentially just not making as much money as people would expect from these things. So like,
Hmm.
what does that mean for the gaming industry going forward, especially for other streamers? That's what I'm calling like platforms that don't have infinite amounts of money the way Microsoft does.
Hmm. Yeah.
So it's a good question to raise because it is a
Hmm.
valid concern. I just wonder what I wonder how it's going to impact us mostly because a lot of these companies, like Microsoft especially, have the means to navigate this climate because they have like an infinite war chest.
I know how it's gonna affect me. I'm gonna start reading a book. That's it. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go outside.
yeah, but Amazon taking over books, so it's going to affect everybody.
Man, I just want to be able to go to the store. I like going to the store, man. You know what I like to do? I like to run my finger across things so I can. Oh, I want this one. You know what I mean? Let me. I want to be able to touch the thing that I want to buy,
Yeah, everything going
and
to be digitized.
I
It's a
inconvenience myself every
it's a
day.
bleak future.
Yeah.
So, Jurassic World Rebirth debuts for
Boo.
Jesus, $318 million worldwide, biggest opening of 2025. I'm pretty
Sick of
sure it's gonna stay that way.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
sick of y'all,
Superman. Ain't
man.
no way it's touching that on the first weekend.
I'm sick of y'all. That movie's not good. And here y'all go.
It's general
Just
audiences, the downfall of everything.
I don't know where I'm about to go to Korea and start watching movies, man. If I want something good, that's like the
Uh,
at this point that's like the gold standard to me.
how so?
Uh, Give me a nice Korean film. Even Mickey. What was that movie with uh Cedric
Mickey
Diggory?
17,
Yeah, Mickey 17. I don't know why I can't remember his name, his actual name.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, every time I go to say his name, I can't remember it, so I just remember one of his characters and I say that. It's very weird.
I I will never forget his name because I dated a woman in high school who was obsessed with Twilight, and I had to suffer through every one of those movies.
You didn't have to.
I kind of did.
But yeah, like look at Mickey 17, Old Boy, Snowpiercer.
Hmm.
Sorry, Old Boy, the Korean Old Boy, not this Spike Lee remake, which is not bad. It's just not the same as the Korean original.
Yeah.
Those like
Um,
Parasite, like come on, it's just
yeah,
so
they do.
many. Yeah, they just make this fantastic cinema. Even season one of Squid Games. There's a reality show that's a Korean reality show that I love. It's called The Devil's Plan. Actually, the new season's on Netflix. Check it out. Um, I love like Korean media. Besides music, I don't like Hip hop, but I do like K dramas. Shout out to Shinbo. He hates those.
In news that is
Sorry,
sure to utterly
just ignored everything I
devastate,
said.
like, utterly devastate our good friend here, Samson. Warcraft Rumble has gone into maintenance mode. After a lifetime of just under 2 years, Blizzard has announced that Warcraft Rumble will no longer receive new content, though servers will remain online for players. It's so hard
I mean,
to say good. Okay.
if y'all had just played the game like you was supposed to, you know, it's
That
all right.
wasn't a game.
I'm gonna be on it. I'm still playing.
That wasn't a game. That was a pachinko machine. It just devoured money.
That's fine.
Every time you try to do something, level up, beat a boss, access the main menu, give me $5. That's how that game operated.
That's fine. I'm gonna stick beside him.
It was a fun game. That was the annoying thing. It's just it was
Stop
too
saying
money hungry.
was. It's still it is a fun game. It still exists.
I don't know if you know what maintenance mode means, but
It
that
means
means
you can still play
it's
it.
over. It's done. It's like
As,
that Avengers Online game that was fun during the demo mode for like 3 days, and then when the main game dropped, everybody hated it. And it
as
was
long
so bad that it ruined sales for the Guardians of the Galaxy game that came out like 6 months later, which was a great game.
as long as I can log on and do my dailies, the game exists.
So now that it's gone into maintenance mode and it says there won't be any more updates, does it still take your money?
It probably does. I don't be spending
That's
money, so
crazy.
I don't know. I don't be spending money. There's still like paywall things.
Sam, if you give this game a single cent, you part of the problem.
I'm not. I'm not spending any money.
You better not. Uh, Nintendo confirms they are working on quote unquote various other projects beyond Super Mario 2 and the live action Legend of Zelda film. I said in the group chat, if this builds towards a Smash Bros. Avengers esque film, it will be the first ever $3 billion movie.
They made a Smash Brothers film with a Master Hand and then a sequel with Crazy Hand.
Hmm.
I spend the money.
Just give us one post credit scene with the hand
The
in
hand
the
come like this.
cosmos on Final Destination. Just give us that, and bruh,
Sorry, this seems offensive to do. You know what I mean? Like,
throwing up gang signs.
man, I remember when Crazy Hand first came out. Like, all right, I ain't gonna get to the nostalgia
Joshua
part.
also made a good point. The Zelda movie is going to be live action.
I thought you said that. I
Yeah,
mean, yeah. Sorry, yes, we do know. Yeah, we know. Starring
yeah,
Hunter,
sure, we
definitely.
know. We definitely knew that, even though I just read it and completely ignored that very important detail.
Starring Hunter Schafer as Zelda.
Yeah, but I mean, you can still have a crossover, like there's multiple different universes. I don't know. Please stop. Yeah, okay, okay. Now that's definitely a gang sign. When you threw up the gun, that was absolutely. You gonna have Crips coming after us.
That's what Master Hand was doing. He was just shooting at you.
Yeah, that was such an awesome boss. Um, More. I can't say bad news, just more bittersweet news. Eric Kripke, the creator of The Boys, posted an image of him standing on The Boys set for the last time. So we are wrapping up on The Boys with season five,
They finished
approaching
filming,
the
right?
grand.
Am I
Yeah,
crazy? Okay.
yep. They finished. We're approaching the grand finale, and I'm excited.
I don't know if I'm excited. We'll see.
Really, that the ending of season four was crazy.
Yeah, but like to me, I think of Gen Z, Gen V. Sorry,
Gen V.
not
Yeah.
Gen Z. Sorry, Gen Zers. I think of Gen V. So I don't know that Gen V. Like, how does all this work? Like, the boys ending. What happens with Gen V? Does it continue? Like, what are we doing? I don't know. It's weird.
Hmm.
It's a very good show though. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Um. My only concern is that it's going to feel way too topical. Like there's gonna be some very strong parallels to what's going on in the current reality, and
It's always like that, man. It is what it is.
yeah, it's more depressing than anything. It's still gonna be good television.
Yeah.
Um, Blumhouse's boss gets candid on its disastrous Megan 2.0 box office. He said, and I quote, "We all thought Megan was like Superman."
Yeah. First of all, Blumhouse is stupid. I don't know what they were thinking. That's dumb. That was dumb. I don't know. I don't know who was in that room with for the pitch meeting, but they need to be fired. There's no way you should have sat there and be like, "Yeah, this is it. This is what we're gonna do."
I don't know why they thought. I didn't know why they thought Megan was like Superman. I don't.
Yeah,
He
I
said,
don't
I'm
know
gonna go on
either.
and explain his quote further. He said, "We thought we could do anything with her. We could change genres. We could put her in the summer. We could make her look different. We could turn her from a bad guy into a good guy. And we classically overthought how powerful people's engagement was really with her." Yeah, you did.
So nobody want to see that, man.
I don't even think people really saw the first movie. Not
Yeah,
enough to draw Superman comparisons.
Yeah, man, that ain't it.
I
It's not
wonder if
it.
this is a case where like an artist is getting way too much into his own ego. Like
Yeah,
I
probably.
don't. Yeah, apparently, oh yeah,
Somebody
because
should have told him
so
no.
the first Megan, um, yeah, the first Megan was released in December 2022 and may have been lightning in a bottle because it hauled in $180 million globally.
How
But
much did it cost to make?
it couldn't have been that much. Like it was a standard horror movie. I don't know exactly, but I just don't understand the Superman comparison.
Yeah, I don't get it. Also, sorry, I'm not ignoring your comments. Just Josh Awesome. Um, I don't actually. I didn't even realize there's a Magic the Gathering movie being produced.
Didn't we report on that at some point?
We might have. I'm not a Magic player like our friends are, so
I
I'm
used
not.
to be, but then my card addiction took hold and I
Yeah,
needed some rehab.
I'm not as invested in Magic as I am in like other things. Uh,
Yeah, nah. I have
yeah.
a crippling addiction to card games, and if triggered in the wrong way, I
And now
will
your son
lose
does.
thousands of dollars. Yeah, because y'all got him hooked on it.
Every time we see him, we slide him another deck. That's what we'll start doing. I'm gonna just start showing up with decks.
Y-
Every time.
y'all got to pay
Hey,
for it because I'm not buying shit.
he gonna say, "What's good, Unc?" Hey, here you
Yeah.
go. What's this?
hmm
And then he gonna walk up to you with with a graded card. You gonna be pissed. He's gonna have graded cards. Where do you keep getting these?
I'm gonna be the one supporting the habit because I'm not buying it. You're not about to have me slipping back. Neil Druckmann will not return to write for The Last of Us season 3. Craig Mazin will write all episodes of season 3 himself.
uh, sorry, Neil's the creator of the game, right? Or
Yes,
writer?
and
Yeah,
he
yeah,
was on board to write the show as well.
yeah. That's a little tough. All right, Joshua, also chill out. Joshua, also, I'm going to be a father. I'm going to be a dad. All right, man, chill.
God, it
Uh,
was so bad.
I still enjoyed it. Uh, but it's always hard to hear when the creator's leaving. I sorry, and then he's going back to work on like some game. I forgot which one.
Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. I know because
Yeah.
I'm really excited for it. That looks
Okay.
dope.
I don't know, man. People already didn't take season 2 of Last of Us well. So to see that
hmm
one of the creators leaving is yeah, like Josh Ross says, it is worrying. So
It depends. It's if a lot of the decisions that were made for season 2 were Neil Druckmann's fault. I think him leaving is a good thing because Mazin is a fantastic director. Like he made showrunner, excuse me. He made Chernobyl, and first season of Last of Us was great. Like no issues here. It gave us one of the best, not just one of the best episodes with the gay couple, but one of the best openers in the first two episodes. One with the talk show in the first episode, and then the second one where I don't know if they were like in India or Sri Lanka or whatever, and they brought in that woman who was a scientist. And they asked her like, they showed her like all the how the I forget what the name of the pod, but what's the name of the thing that spreads like the spores, the fungus, the anyways, they showed her how it was spreading and they were like, how do you solve this? And she just said straight up, bomb everything. And like just Craig Mason's really good at having those really visceral, intense moments. And like I
yeah,
said,
but
I don't know who was responsible for season 2, but if Druckmann is responsible and Mason
it's
takes hold again,
it's
we
for the
might get more of
best.
that.
Who's
Yeah.
responsible for? I'm going to be a dad.
That's what okay, so I'm I understand that, the Bella Ramsey has been cast as Ellie. I'm not my first choice, but it is what it is. But season 2 should have been all about rage. That's Ellie's story in The Last of Us Part 2. Like it is her just on a war. She should be like the young female version of the Punisher, where she is just resorting to sheer acts of violence because she cannot cope with the fact that Joel was taken from her long
Yeah,
before she could reconcile all their differences.
yeah, but
But
the creator was there. I would assume like his intent behind the game was conveyed in the show.
I didn't feel that at all. I didn't
No,
feel
I'm
Ellie's
saying
rage.
maybe. Oh, so you're. I would assume. All right, this is leading me to believe that uh, the actual creator didn't have much say in like that rage being conveyed. Then, which means that
Hmm.
for the next season, we'll probably get more of the same.
I see.
Yeah, because he either did or he didn't have like true input there. And if the
Hmm.
game has that rage, then it should show because the creator is there on the show. If it didn't, that means he wasn't
He
as
didn't have a
active.
voice.
Yeah, maybe he just didn't have the voice that he had in the previous season.
Gotcha. I guess we'll see when season 3 rolls around
Yeah,
and Abby takes center stage.
Abby gotta get Jack though.
Yeah, yeah. I was fine with I like Abby's part in the game. I just hated that they made me start over with all my progress and took all my damn shivs and had to work to get all that shit back. At that point, I was just too angry to like really enjoy it. But from what I
Mhm,
could enjoy through my frustration, Abby was a dope character.
mhm.
Um, Marvel Studios, DC, Lionsgate, Warner Brothers, Paramount, Sony, and Legendary are all skipping film panels at Comic Con this year. And
Yeah,
this feels just like what happened right before E3 got canceled.
I mean this always happens. So when's the last time they actually did a panel at Comic Con?
I feel like last year they had, I know some people canceled last year, but they definitely had
I
more
don't.
panels than what it seems like this year.
I don't think Marvel's done a Comic Con panel. Let me stop guessing. I can check because they
That's
just
because
have.
Marvel hasn't had anything to show in like 3 years.
That's rude. I remember, like after like Disney started doing was what is it D3? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Disney, yeah, D3. Is it D3?
Uh,
Hold on. So,
Actually, yeah, you're right. They did do one last year.
oh, they
Uh,
did?
yeah, because they needed the publicity for uh, Captain America, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, and then they announced Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. I forgot that they did all that at Comic Con.
Bullshit. Bullshit. I remember you are right. They did have that shit. And that was the
Yeah,
most annoying day of my comic fan life.
and then the year before that they didn't do it, but that was because of their strikes. There was a Hollywood the strikes all through Hollywood, like writer strike and all that other strikes.
Ooh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So maybe this could be like a pause. They're just trying to get things back together,
Hmm.
and then they'll probably show up next year. I'm surprised DC isn't doing any Comic Con panels though, considering James Gunn is at the helm. He's like a
I mean,
true comic guy.
they'd only be able to show off Supergirl. Like that's the only thing they really have in production enough to where it would be
Uh,
enough to show.
oh yeah, by the time that Peacemaker would have already been out, by the time they did
Yeah.
that, they're still working on season 2 of the Creature Commandos,
Yeah, they still
Waller,
haven't filmed Clayface.
yeah, Waller, Clayface, Swamp Thing, Green Lantern.
Oh,
Yeah,
they could show
maybe.
lanterns. Yeah, they could show lanterns.
So it would be Lantern and Supergirl. They only
Yeah.
just got a script for Batman 2.
Hmm.
Nothing to show, which means there's nothing to show for like Brave and the Bold Batman.
I mean, they could.
The
You know what they
Themyscira
could do?
series. They
That's
have a
what they.
lot that they've talked about. It's just nothing to actually show.
So, if they really wanted to have like a big Comic Con blowout, what they could do is they show us the first trailer for Supergirl, post that online. They
Hmm.
show us the first trailer for Lanterns, post that online.
Hmm.
Um, Maybe they have like some rough footage of like Clayface if they filmed anything for that and show that just for like the people in attendance because they like to show little secret stuff for the Comic Con attendees. And then
Yeah.
aside from that, you just have like casting announcements. So you show
Hmm.
us the cast of Paradise Lost with the Amazons
Oh, that's what it's
and
called. Okay.
the cast of you probably could finally like just give us some concrete answers on what Brave and the Bold is going to be like. You can bring out, bruh. If you had an announcement for the new Batman and Damian Wayne, That right there is like an internet breaker.
Yeah, but it's like without the spectacle of it too. Like I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know if that's enough.
Marvel had a day-long stream where they just showed us chairs with names on them.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember any of those chairs.
I
Honestly,
remember Patrick Stewart's.
I don't know.
Yeah. And no, Ian McKellen's as well. But no, like like people, like we haven't had like a really big casting announcement extravaganza in a while. Because remember when they like first announced like the cast for Blade? When actually, no, they just announced Mahershala Ali was going to be Blade 5 years ago. Actually, that was a great segue. Let me find that article.
That's 2022, I think.
Yeah, I thought it was like 2020.
It was 2020.
Yeah. Speaking of Blade, the costumes worn by the extras in Sinners were originally made for the Blade film. Marvel Studios sold all the costumes to the production team behind Sinners. If ever there was a movie that's never going to be made.
Yeah, it's Blade. Blade's never getting made. It's sad. Well, catch him in Midnight Suns. There you go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's interesting though, because if that were the case, that meant Blade was going to be a period piece. It was going to take place in the past.
Yeah, but like
Because
this.
who would be dressing like anybody from Sinners in modern day except for Jonathan Majors?
So it probably take place. What was that? The 30s, 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
If only we can get Ryan Coogler to save the day for all black films. Let's see. Um, Speaking of black films, in many ways, Damson Idris is reportedly in talks with Marvel Studios to become the next Black Panther, and it's about damn time.
Yeah. Check him out in well, Snowfall.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
then
Snowfall's dope.
F1. Check him out F1. F1's pretty good. He's a great actor. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
we'll see what happens with that. I just wish I would hope they just go and move on to Shuri being Black Panther.
No.
Just not Letitia Wright.
Okay, I'm kind of back on board.
Yeah. No offense to yeah, most likely T'Challa variant Josh Watson. But Letitia's not she's not the Shuri that's like the comic warrior Shuri. You know what I mean? She's like
Mm-hmm.
the nerdy tech girl that they made up for the MCU, which was cool when we had T'Challa. But if she takes the mantle, she needs to be like a killer. Actually, you know what they could if they make Damson Idris the T'Challa, I want the King of the Dead T'Challa, where Shuri
Yeah.
is still running Wakanda, but it's a new Shuri, and it's like who's it? Who's that in the wrestler? Was there Jada? Is that her name?
I don't know what you're talking about. But
Who the boys were talking about? She should be Storm. You know what I'm talking about?
oh, I don't know her name.
And she's gonna be in that movie. Yeah, Jade Cargill, because she's about to be in a movie.
Kate Cargill. Yeah.
She's gonna be in a movie with Jonathan Majors. I forgot when it comes out. But if she could be like the warrior Shuri. So her as warrior Shuri, Damson Idris as T'Challa. I think that would be good. And a whole new world, whole new Wakanda. I wouldn't mind that. But it's got to be completely different. Honestly, I love Ryan Coogler, but like he might have to not do it right. They might have to have someone else's vision for it. Like I just want it to feel different, and I would imagine like Ryan Coogler's too close to it. It's probably tough for him to even consider making Black Panther with another person that's T'Challa, since him and Chadwick were so close.
And enough time has passed. I think he'd be okay with it.
Man, I still got my picture of my dog on my phone. My dog died 10 years
And
ago, man.
well, it's not to say that he would just like dismiss Chadwick's death and forget about him. It's just that like if there's one thing I learned about Chadwick from interviews, is that like Chadwick was all about giving like other brothers a chance. Cause like Denzel Washington's sponsorship gave him a chance to become the actor that he was before he unfortunately passed away. So it's like Why would he hold on to the mantle when he could do what Denzel did for him, but for someone like Damson Idris or whoever else they decide to cast as T'Challa?
Yeah.
No.
I don't. I think for me, it's like it's just how would what's the name? How would Coogler feel putting someone in that mantle?
Yeah. But I
I'm
mean, it
sure
wouldn't be
he
that
knows
same
like
T'Challa.
yeah, but like it's still he knows like Chadwick wouldn't mind, but like just as like it's probably like a sacred thing to them. I know the way they
Yeah.
talk, like watching interviews for the Sinners run, and the way he talked about
Hmm.
Chadwick, you could tell they had like a very close relationship. I think
Yeah.
something like that might be difficult.
I mean, I completely understand that on a human level. I just think Black Panther is too important of a character to let die with one man.
Yeah. Sorry, and I
Because
think
it's like,
they should have killed Killmonger. Sorry, I don't want Killmonger. I don't want Killmonger as Black Panther. I want a Shuri that's like more of a warrior as Black Panther. And if you bring someone else in, I want that comic run where like he's a king. T'Challa is the king of the dead, and then Shuri's still the queen of Wakanda.
if
Yeah,
if she would hadn't already been cast, Lupita Nyong'o would have been a perfect Shuri.
yeah.
Because it's like
Eh,
if you look at bruh, if you put just a little bit more muscle mass on Lupita Nyong'o, like with the shaved head and everything from the comics, she is like a dead ringer for Shuri, comic accurate Shuri at least, and she has that. She can convey that ferocity and intensity that we know and would love to see from Warrior Shuri. Um, as we all know, Marvel Rivals is a massive hit worldwide, and its creator says they will never run out of characters because they are licensed to turn any character from the past 85 years of Marvel Comics into a playable hero. So the good thing is that they're not just going to focus on the heavy hitters. They're going to continue to shine light on lesser knowns like Jeff and Luna Snow and all the ones you don't usually see on the front of comic covers.
and apparently they're debating on letting us vote for the next character.
That would be pretty cool.
Listen, Joshua Arsham, I don't know if anybody gonna vote for Moon Girl. Nobody gonna vote for this little black girl uh, run around
But
with a
Moon Girl and
dinosaur.
Devil Dinosaur would be dope.
It would be, but you got to get people to vote for this little black girl. They just, you know,
In today's climate.
yeah. Today's climate, it's too many gooners playing the game. They just gonna vote for the thickest Marvel character they can find. So next up is She Hulk. Who else is thick? Look how thick they made Emma Frost. Emma ain't never been that thick.
Yeah. Yeah, Emma don't got thighs like that in the comics. That is
Never in life.
absurd.
Yeah, all right. They'll give you a Shadow Cat with like a dump truck for no reason. She can't even phase through walls anymore. Shadow Cat Kitty Pryde. She can't even phase because of the thickness. That's what they're gonna give you.
listen, oh God, don't even bring Silk into
Look
the
at her. He
game.
just
That's going her whole power is literally not her whole power, but she has the power of pheromones. And
yeah. This
yeah,
is gonna
that's
be
gonna get
people
bad real
just
fast.
just sitting on walls, zooming in. That's
Rogue
the
ain't even gonna
player.
be a character. Rogue is just gonna be two ass cheeks moving around with a southern accent.
That'll bring Lucid back to the game. Lucid, he'll stop playing Night Rain. He said they fixed Rogue. I want it. That's all he gonna play.
Spider-Man will reportedly team up with the Punisher to take down Savage Hulk in Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yeah, I hope that's
Your
not true.
thoughts?
I hope that's not true. I don't even care about that. I don't care about that at all.
So I hate that they don't let Spider-Man have his own movie. He always has to be attached to somebody in the MCU, but I think that is in Sony's contract because as much as frustrating as it is that like, Spider-Man doesn't get his own film or he doesn't even have his own villains at this point. It just gets either Tony Stark's hand-me-downs or hand-me-downs from Toby and Andrew's Spider-Man. But they know that these big cameos puts more asses in seats, and I think they get a majority of the profits from films. So in order to make as much money from those films, they have features from like now the Punisher and Hulk and Tony Stark yeah.
I don't mind.
It's
So
annoying, but it's
I don't mind
business.
the Punisher feature. I just mind the villain. I feel like they could do like a given the context of No one knows who. No one knows Peter Parker exists, right? Anymore. Is that what happened as a result of the previous movie
Yeah, yeah. Doctor Strange wiped everybody's memory.
of Peter Parker specifically? But
Yes.
Spider Man's still in the mix. So I would
Hmm.
I would want a film where we see more of that. Um, and then Spider Man's trying to stop the Punisher from doing things because he's just a killer in general. And then we get
Hmm.
like a Spider Man villain actually doing something in there. And then they have to team up to fight a collection of those Spider Man villains. I don't have enough Spider Man lore to think that through, but I'd rather that. I don't want Savage Hulk. And I don't know who
They should
Savage
just
Hulk's gonna be. Sorry. Also, sorry,
they
Madam. Isn't
should
Mylan Pryor just Jean Grey? We already getting Jean Grey.
yeah, Jean Grey clone, but evil one with magic goblin powers.
Okay.
Um
Oh, and sorry, they do have the rights to make a Hulk movie. Sorry, I'm seeing these comments.
so
They have
so
the rights for
my,
Hulk.
do they?
Hmm.
I thought they just couldn't make a solo Hulk film. They could just make films that feature Hulk in them.
Nah, I think they can make a Hulk film. I forgot how it works. There's a reason they aren't. Oh, so sorry, they can make a Hulk film, but I think Universal has to like produce it or something weird, right?
Mm.
It's not so it's not like the deal that Sony has for Spider Man. Like they have to work with Sony. Sony owns the film rights, but Universal owns a different type of right for Hulk. And I remember checking because I was curious. I think we talked about it last week.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll let you say your piece while I'll look this up real quick. Go ahead, my bad.
So clearly they want to make a Spider-Man movie that's not it's they're never going to make a okay, I can't say never, but I doubt they're going to make a Spider-Man movie that's as big as No Way Home. But if they want to go big, why not just have Spider-Man fight against his version of the Sinister Six? Like they were trying to do that with their own Sony universe. That bombed
Yeah.
hilariously to the point where everyone trolled them into believing that we wanted to see Morbius again. But like, why not just have him square off with like the Scorpion that's portrayed by that actor who played Voss in Far Cry, and like maybe bring in I forget the actor's name. He played Glenn in The Walking Dead. He was supposed to be Sentry, but canceled due to scheduling conflicts.
Invincible.
Invincible, yeah. Bring Invincible in and have him be Mr. Negative. Like, just
See,
build a Sinister Six.
when all else fails, you just name something else that they're in, so people will know. Like, oh yeah, I know that guy. But I think
But
they could do that. But I think I guess in their mind they're like, all right, we have to introduce these characters. We don't have time to introduce six villains, right? And like give narrative behind where they came from. So let's do something else. Yeah, they could have Prowler. There's
yeah,
just a better way. I don't think it needs Savage Hulk. Hulk, sorry.
yeah, but I don't know why they're going with Hulk of all people.
I don't know. Sorry. Also, I did look it up. Uh, so Marvel can in fact make Hulk movies. They have the
Hmm.
production rights. So, but any movie they produce, Universal has the distribution rights. So if they
Oh.
make a Hulk movie, like Universal gets to distribute it,
Oh.
and I think they want all of it back. So I think this is like a instance of like, yeah, we're give us all
Starve
the
out the
rights back.
enemy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like I don't know. That's like the business end of film. That's the
Yeah.
reason why they're not making it. So they have the ability to. There's nothing to stop them. It's not the same as a Spider-Man. They don't need permission from Sony. They don't have to work with Sony to do it. They can just
Hmm.
make as many Hulk movies as they want. Any Hulk property they want to make. It's just universal. It has to come out on Universal. Yeah, which I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind. They want to
Yeah.
take that Hulk ride from Universal, put it back at Disney World.
But back to the main topic of yeah, I feel like they're stopping Tom Holland Spider-Man from being great. Because
Mm.
anytime we talk about him being one of the best Spider-Man, it's not that he doesn't have the ability to be one. Like I think he's a great Spider-Man. It's just that he doesn't have his own villains. First two enemies he had were disgruntled former Stark employees, and then in the third film, it was just like hand-me-downs from Toby and Andrew. So it's like I feel like this would have been a great opportunity to like truly give him his own like menace. Like Craven the Hunter even would be great. And have like if you want to have cameos, just have Craven be hunting vigilantes across New York being paid under the table by Wilson Fisk or something like that. Like that'd be
Hmm.
really cool. But and then
Yeah,
Spider Man's the only one who could really stop him.
yeah, that's a great story.
And he's like, I found the Daredevil. And
Yeah.
then like Spider Man has to come try to save Daredevil because they
Hmm.
have a connection from No Way Home. Like that would be a better story to me than them squaring up against the Hulk.
Yeah, and I don't. First of all, hey, Smooth Carlito was good, man. We not don't bring up Craven.
Oh yeah, they did have a big Craven box office fumble, so maybe that's
Yeah,
another reason.
but that would be Josh Rothman. That would be good. Craven trying to hunt Spider Man like he's
Mhm.
supposed to do, and then Punisher or sorry, or and Punisher trying to hunt the same villain for different reasons, and then
Yeah,
here comes Spider Man. Like, "Hey, what y'all doing?
yeah. I've
Maybe
always
that
thought it'd be
villain's Savage
cool.
Hulk. So I don't know.
Yeah. I liked the angle that they had in the Spider-Man 2 video game where Spider-Man was trying to save his villains from Craven.
Mm-hmm.
Because, Spider-Man doesn't kill, he doesn't believe in murdering anybody, but you have this menace going around. And Spider-Man, instead of having, I don't think we've seen that in any superhero films where like superheroes always trying to save people, but it's like we put Spider-Man in a scenario where you really get to see his heart and how much he cares, even for the people who piss him off on a daily basis. And just have him trying to save like, rate well, we don't have like a rhino or anything like that, scorpion or whatever, but it's like that would be awesome.
Yeah, that was the last Spider Man movie. That's what they were. Remember,
What do you mean?
he was trying to save Jamie Foxx, and he was trying to save
Yeah, but they
William
weren't
Defoe.
his villains. That's the biggest problem. They were somebody else's villains, so he didn't really have beef with them.
They're Spider Man's villains.
No, they were Toby and Andrew's villains that got handed me down because they wanted to make big box office profits. And to their credit, they did. Made like $2 billion at the box office. But it would have been really cool to see that Craven angle from Spider-Man 2, which was the best part of the game until they introduced Venom, and then it all went downhill, in my opinion. Yeah. Got our exclusive trailer for Afterburn, a new action thriller starring Dave Bautista, Olga Kurlenko, and Samuel L. Jackson. The film follows a treasure hunter who ventures to Europe to uncover the Mona Lisa after a solar flare destroyed Earth's eastern hemisphere.
Yeah, it looked cool. Like the concept seems
Gotcha.
cool.
I didn't watch it.
Sorry.
Um, you got a trailer for Alice in Borderland season 3, which comes out September 25th.
I am very excited for Alice in Borderland. It's one of the better anime adaptations. I really love it. Sorry, it's one of the better manga live action adaptations is a better way to say that.
Mhm.
I really love it, so I'm very excited for that.
Yeah. And we have our main topic, which deals heavily with censorship.
I forgot all about this.
So, for those who don't know, the United States and the United Kingdom's governments have been implementing age verification laws that have been applied to pornography in many states. It's
Mm,
also believed to be applied to gaming as well. And the reason I'm bringing it to your attention is because I learned thanks to a website called Nexus Mods that it's also being applied to the game modification space. I discovered Nexus Mods because when I finally got my PC after years of being a 100% console diehard, what else do you get a PC for aside from good graphics but the ability to mod your games? And it turns out that Nexus Mods is having to implement new online safety policies, which require, in the event that you decide to modify any of your games and the mods are mature, as we've seen with some of our friends whose names I will not mention, even though it would be hilarious to reveal their gooning tendencies.
mm.
Now Nexus Mods has one of two options. Either they remove adult content for all UK and EU based users, and then eventually the United States when our laws are brought into fruition, or they make adjustments to their policy, which includes age verification. So, in the event that you want to make Tifa's assets larger in Final Fantasy VII, if you live in the EUK and EU, or eventually US, you will now have to require some sort of age verification, which usually
Hmm.
involves licenses, personal information, so on and so forth.
Well, it should involve licenses and personal information. I remember talking to a friend of mine. Like he said, age verification is like very difficult in that space,
Hmm.
and to like have to give a lot of your personal data up so they can properly identify you. I'm always wary of it, but I think it's necessary. Like I think this is necessary. It's too many kids out here
Hmm.
with access to things. Like you know, be a kid, man. You don't need to be able to create a nude version of I don't know like sexy game characters. I play Elden Ring. It's a dick dragon in there. I don't really know sexy game characters.
What's the name of the spellcaster?
Oh, the recluse.
Yeah, that's a sexy character.
It is. Y'all
I'm
weird, man. I
from
don't even know how y'all see
I
that.
saw Twitter sexualizing her. But then again, Twitter sexualizes everything.
Yeah,
That's where Rule 34 is born.
I think like kids gotta have some like some type of block, right? You shouldn't
So
be able to do this.
so while I agree, you always must protect the kids. My concern with this is one, I believe that the government shouldn't be making these decisions. I think it should come down to good parenting. So like I do not allow my son to view any sort of sexual content.
Hmm?
Violence, it ebbs and flows. I will admit that he did watch Deadpool and Wolverine with me, but anything sexual, he does not have access to it, and I know that because I am aware of everything that comes across his screen, whether it be him playing a video game or on YouTube Shorts. Like I am attentive of it. I think it should fall to the parents. Like they should be the end all be all for everything that their child has access to. And even more than that, it's like if we start to rely on government to make these decisions for us, where does it end? Like if you're
Hmm?
saying, hey, you want to protect kids from lewd content such as like, naked bodies in video games or anything sexual or so on and so forth. Okay, that's fine. But as we've seen in many ways, like with the government burning books to so-called protect the kids from trans people and stuff, it's like, where does that end? You know? So if you're just telling me, oh, okay, we're doing this so young people can't see porn, I'm all on board. But like, I'm worried that the line won't stop there.
I don't think there's anything wrong with like I agree with you, but I don't
Hmm.
think there's anything wrong with like the government making it so that in order to access, let's say these mods specifically, in order to access
Hmm.
it, you have to be this age, and to
Yes.
confirm that you are this age, here are all the things that you have to do. You
Hmm.
can't just enter like your birthday anymore. It's not going to fly. But then that's when I get like a little wary because having to like scan your driver's license in because you want to download a mod so you can make Chun Li, give her Chun Li a BBL, or like I don't know. Sorry, at this point, it's just
No, you're right. You're right. That's
saying random
exactly what a
things,
lot of mods are for.
right? But I like to have to enter like to have to scan your license to do that, right? That's weird. That means you have
Hmm.
to give
Yeah.
these mod developers access to like some government database. Well, actually, we already gave Elon access to government databases, so I guess there's precedence here.
We're fucked.
Yeah, I think there has maybe it just needs to be another way, right? There has to be a system that these governments create that has an open API for the mod developers, right? So
Hmm.
if you wanna go download your I'm gonna say a new one. I'm gonna just come up with a random one. You want to download your uh,
Peach.
uh,
Peach is peach.
peaches, yeah, your peach mod. you have to uh, you have to like enter some random information into the mod developers system that sends
Hmm.
that queries the government system that they've created to like interact, right? And then it's like, all right, you're good to go, but that's going to cost money, right? And
Hmm.
all these things will also cost money. I don't know. I think it's good in theory. I think it should happen. I do agree that parents should be the ones to truly monitor what you're doing, but I do think it's okay for like the government to say, "All right, yeah, you can't actually buy this unless you're of age." Like to me, that's not the government doing the parents' work. It's like making it illegal for kids to buy beer, right? It's not like the government's doing the parents' work now because they required you to show ID when you go buy this thing.
Yeah.
Actually, nah, I just thought about it. Maybe they start selling mods on USB drives, right? So if you want a mod, there's they have what they got in Virginia, like the ABC stores. Now
Yeah.
it's the BBL stores. So if you want your BBL mod, you got to go to the BBL store, show your ID. They'll give you a USB drive with the mod. Yeah, it's the Gooner USB. Thank you, Josh Watson.
Like going back to the days where like what's the name? Video rental stores had a porn section in the back.
Yeah, you can watch it. They got a computer in the back. You put your USB in and test it out. Like, all right, yeah, this is it. This is the one. Show your ID. You go. Do it that way.
Okay. As hilarious as that is, it's like to Josh Washington's point, and one of my concerns as well. Like, what do they do with this information? I don't trust where this is being stored and what it will be utilized for, because it feels like they're doing
Oh,
this to
they're
try
going to
and
sell it.
shame people.
They're
Yeah,
going to
of
sell
course
that
they
information.
sell everything, and like I get it, I understand. We have sold so much of our personal information
Yeah,
to advertisers, any number of things, to the point where it's like we have accepted terms and conditions on various apps on our phone that allows us to listen to allows them to listen to the conversation we're having right now. I was
yeah.
talking to my son the other day about buying him a new pair of cleats. Tell me why I started getting advertisements for cleats on Instagram that same night.
Because they
So
listening.
yeah, they listening. But to try and attach so much personal information to something that I can't say is it is risque because it's like it does deal with lewd content.
Yeah.
I feel like they're trying to shame people through censorship or the risk of
Oh, see,
exposure into not indulging in these things anymore, which
I
as a
don't.
result, just it doesn't get rid of it. It just sends it to darker parts of the internet where crimes are really being committed.
But I don't know if they're trying to shame people. To me, it's like in like certain states you gotta. Oh, we talked about this at the gym. Certain states you gotta enter your some information or create a profile to like access a porn site,
Yeah.
right? And I don't think it's because they want to shame you and it's into the
Come
stop.
on.
I don't think they're trying to shame you. I think it's to like prevent people or kids who are more tech savvy than their parents for some reason. I really don't know why. Uh,
Yeah. Because kids
but
are growing up with
yeah,
technology.
they grow with the technology. So this kid is more tech savvy than their parent. They know how to get around these parental blocks that the parent put on their phone and all these things.
Yeah.
So like, if you could pass the block, all right, here's the actual block. You can't just come on the site like, yo, this is not it's not for you. I don't think that's like an effort to shame. I think it's just an effort to like uh not police, but like better regulate these things that kids shouldn't have access to in the same way that they regulate like cigarettes and alcohol, right?
Yeah.
It should be what's that government agency, ATF, alcohol,
Hmm.
tobacco, and firearm. They just need to add
Yeah.
they need to call
Porn.
it, yeah, PAFT.
ATFP.
No, PAFT. Or is that PAFT? PAFT. Yeah.
Yeah. I
ATFP
do
sounds better though. Actually, you're right.
I do think there is an okay, so nobody wants their internet search history out and about like that. So it's like, let's say you just even when it comes to like very basic lewd content, I think that by making someone attach their face to what they're watching, even if it's the most surface level lewd content, there is an element of, well, shit, what if this gets out? And that in itself cultivates the feeling of shame. And they're trying to use enough of that to stop people from using that
Yeah.
altogether. And it's like, you know what? If it's to stop children, that is fine. I am 100% on board with that. Children should not be exposed to that because I think it literally, we talk about brain rot all the time with like skibbity toilet, but like shit like porn actually does rot the brains of young people, making them have crazy beliefs about what that act should be. It creates a lust in them that cannot be sated. Like there's a lot that goes into it. Like it psychologically
Yeah,
damages them. They should not
yeah,
have access to it.
yeah,
But for adults, also, what's the name? Kids know how to use things like VPNs. Like
yeah,
they will find ways around this. Kids are way more like we are dealing. I think that bothers me most about this is like we're getting these protocols and these laws from politicians who don't even know how to change PDFs, and they are so out of touch that they don't realize that these young people already know how to get around all these things that they're actually implementing. So you're creating a database for what? You're creating an alternative to like you're creating a gate that essentially just has a wall that can easily be jumped right on the side of it. So, and then again, like what, like, where does this end? Like, is it just okay? These we're preventing young people from seeing lewd content like pornography, so on and so forth. But then, what if that umbrella of lewd content expands, and you have some places that say, "Oh, well, we think that homosexuals are lewd, we think trans people are lewd," and we've seen that happen in various states around the country. So it's like that's my biggest concern. It's like what like where does that definition end? And I don't think it's going to end with just oh they can't log on to Pornhub unless they have a driver's license.
I,
I'm pretty sure this whole episode is going to get blocked everywhere because you said
it's
porn
gonna
like
be.
19
Oh,
times.
we can't say that.
I don't know.
I don't
Like
understand.
we
I
should
don't
have checked
understand
the
the word.
terms and
Like,
conditions before we started.
to me, if I say corn, it's the same thing. You know what I'm talking about. So why can't I just say the word? Like, this is dumb.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, I was reading Josh Russell's comment and listening to what you were saying. I do think there probably are politicians that are like going to have your face
Mm-hmm.
next to
Shame.
the. Yeah, they're gonna shame you, like knock at your door. Hey, so I see you were looking at Brazilian bubble butts here. Give me your vote, or I'm gonna tell your wife. And then it goes, can you get your wife real quick? She come out, I see you were looking at Blacked. Give me your vote, or I'll tell your husband. You know, like like there's probably some skeevy like person who's gonna take your information and like blackmail you with it.
Yeah, and we hear about leaks all the time.
Yeah.
Our social security numbers have been leaked. I don't know how many times at this point. We always hear about like bank accounts being leaked, all that. So it's like you create a database about this. Who's to say this won't get leaked too? And now literally somebody has all of your sexual preferences in one place, very easy to blackmail with your actual face attached to it because of the driver's license provided. It's a scary world we living in,
It's
man.
a scary word. I really think they just need like you got to come in person. They need stores like true USBs. If you want your Gooner content, come show your ID, show up in person. That's the best like age verification there is. Show up in person, scan your scan your the barcode on the back of your ID like you got to do at the grocery store when you want to buy some wine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here you go. Here's your Tifa mod. Tifa blow up boobs mod and go about your day.
But that's the thing. It's like even with that, we live in a surveillance state. Everybody got cameras on their phones now. You think they're gonna be somebody waiting outside
Yeah.
of that section in a video store, just eager to capture pictures of people walking out and then use that against them?
I mean, yeah, but like they already do that. They do that for things that aren't like Gooner content. Like they just do it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's eating
I,
beans. We got him. Like, I can't eat beans. We got him.
no, it's just
They'll
I'm
shame you for
firmly
anything, man.
I firmly believe in small government and personal accountability, and this feels like government overreach by a large margin. And it's like for those who don't think it's a big deal, it's going to become one because we've reported on articles where they were talking about applying this to like anime, where like any sort of depiction of what they perceive to be lewd content will be censored or will require some sort of like, or have like age gating or whatever. And it's like, that is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But how far does it go? Like, for instance, we were talking about Freerin. I forgot her. Is that her name? Freerin?
Huh? Is her name Free? Yeah, Freewind Journey's End. Yeah,
Yeah, if I'm being brutally honest, her character looks very young.
it's
Like
because she's
a
an
lot of
elf.
yeah, but you know they're not going to accept that. They're not going to do the go with the whole like, oh yeah, she's actually 150 years old, even though she looks 14. Like, no, they're going to see what they see and say, nah, we got to cancel this shit.
You know, there's sorry, this is gonna start to get weird, but there's like a it's like a community like they'll make content of like let's say like My Hero Academia, right? But they'll
Hmm.
make like lewd content of My Hero Academia characters, but those characters are like technically 13 and 14, right? And because of that, they're like, oh, you're a pedophile. Uh, this is a it's a cartoon. It is weird, but like
It's very the way they sexualize Momo is crazy.
yeah, I don't know why you're sexualizing Momo in the first
Yeah,
place, but
like
at the end of the day, this is still a cartoon. It's just all
yeah,
weird. We're starting to get into a world of weirdness now, and we're just supposed to be talking about whether or not they should police these mods better.
no,
Food
but
Wars is a very weird anime. Nothing but they eat some spaghetti and their clothes immediately fly off. Like this is the this is we just live in a weird world, man.
yeah, but it's like, should Food Wars be censored?
Uh, it should be age gated, maybe.
Okay. I agree with the age gating thing because clearly asking the question of are you 18, yes or no, isn't a good enough defense to protect children. But it's just a matter, it's the mechanism with which you seek to
Yeah,
protect these children that concerns me. So it's
that's
like when you
yeah,
have
that's the
people
issue.
scanning their faces and personal information into porn websites, doesn't really seem like a safe option with regards to, yes, it protects the children, but your own
Yeah,
data is like out there attached to something that should be very private if you're using it legally,
yeah.
which adults are. If a grown man or grown woman wants to look up weird hentai stuff, they should have that ability to do so, so
Hmm.
long it doesn't involve people who are filmed without their consent or anyone underage in the actual content.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
wish there was a better way to do it other than have people show up and look you in the eye, and then you remember in Little Rascals when the kids are like standing on each other's shoulders and then walking through. They gotta.
uh,
That should be the only way a kid should be able to access this type of stuff. They gotta like trick you for real. They gotta. Hello,
but these
fellow
kids
adults.
but these kids are so tech savvy. They're smarter than the politicians who are implementing these laws.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Take the tech out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I mean, then
I
I
think you take
mean,
the
the
tech out
only
of it.
good thing with your scenario is one, yes, it protects children, but two, that means we're going back to um, hard copies of videos and video games and all that good stuff.
You know me, Mister Hard Copy himself.
Yeah.
DVDs ready, gathering dust, but they there.
Joshua Awesome said back in my day we had to really work for our adult material, find the hidden
Exactly,
cache,
man.
share it on the schoolyard. For me, it was like playing hide and go seek at one of my relatives' house and going under the bed and finding a bunch of DVDs.
Yeah, all right. Before we close, I gotta say this because it's like the same thing happened to me. I was at my aunt's house with my best friend. I'm gonna call her Ryzen. Ryzen was over there with me, right? And she said we was in the basement watching like some random anime. Uh, and she was like, "Yeah, if y'all want some drinks, there's some sodas in the back. There's a little fridge under there." So I was like, "All right, hey Ryzen, you want something to drink?" He said, "Yeah, give me a grape soda." I went in the back. It's just a nothing but porn DVDs surrounding the surrounding the little mini fridge. I was like, you ain't think to you ain't remember these were back here? That was my first true encounter with porn. Just seeing it like a sorry, not even DVDs, like VHSs, just a gang of porn VHSs.
Uh,
It was crazy.
yeah, for me, it was hide and go seek. I don't know if I was under the bed or something, but there was this DVD with the largest bush I'd ever seen on a human being. I was like, oh, this must be from the 70s. All right. Aside from oddly found DVDs, what do you watch?
Sandman season 2 is out. I've been watching that. I was misinformed. I thought it was just gonna be 6 episodes. The next set of episodes comes out July 24th.
Hmm.
Uh, I really enjoy it. And I kind of know what happens, so I like how they're doing it. It feels a little rushed,
Hmm.
because they weren't doing the third season because of Neil Gaiman.
Yeah,
But yeah, very good. Um, and then of course, Superman. Watching on Thursday.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's all I care about. I have not been
All
watching
right.
anything. I've been just saving my eyeballs for what I hope to be one of the greatest superhero cinematic experiences of all time. And that has got a 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. I hope it makes money because Jesus God, we need more of a DCU.
Yeah. It's gonna be
Yeah.
good, man. It's getting good reviews.
Yeah, I just hope people pull through because we've had a lot of instances where films have gotten fantastic reviews this year and nobody showed up for it. But it is Superman, so you know, hopefully the
Yeah.
IP alone will, and the name will sell the tickets and get us more good content. Because if it, no matter what side of the comic war you're on, I don't even call it a war. Just online likes to make a rivalry of everything. If
Mm-hmm.
you're a DCU fan, obviously you want this to succeed. And if you're a Marvel fan, you want the DCU to succeed because that creates competition and inspires Marvel to step their game up because it's better for you as the consumer. So, and on top of that, you might discover something you didn't know you liked on the DC side. So
Mm-hmm.
we all win.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. And Thunderbolts was great.
Yeah, love it.
So, but Fantastic Four doesn't look that great. So we'll see though.
Hmm.
Yeah.
This is a conversation that might not see the light of day because as soon as we post it, it's gonna get canceled.
I'm sorry, man. It's just weird to me that I gotta say corn and like I don't even understand that.
I blame TikTok because they
It's
say
so weird.
corn instead of porn. They say grape instead of, I'm afraid to say the other word, but sexual assault. And yeah, they got a whole bunch of other terms because the moment you mention those words on TikTok, your app, there's no your app, your video gets, uh, what's it called? Blacklist, shadow banned. So we
Mm.
might get shadow banned. So if you are listening, please go seek this out on other platforms because this might be the only way you can hear
Sorry, y'all.
it. We're living in an era of censorship right now.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Yes, Joshua. Awesome. We are all real comic fans. We do want all these comic book movies to succeed. I just
Hmm.
want truly good comic adaptations, like Sandman. Sandman is a truly good comic adaptation. Thunderbolts was a truly good comic adaptation. It looks like Superman is a truly good comic adaptation. Like it's probably the first comic adaptation we're gonna get of a Superman movie. So yeah,
Go enjoy it.
yeah.
I will have many, many thoughts come next episode. Might be the whole episode. Might not even discuss any news whatsoever. Just gonna be Sam's probably not gonna be here because of how obnoxious I'm gonna be. But it's gonna be me here just rambling for a whole
I'm
hour and a half.
I'm gonna have them glasses with the like eyes drawn on them. Like this with the glasses on right here. As you just go on an hour, 30-minute tirade about how great this movie is. I'm excited for you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Until next time, uh, we will most definitely be talking about Superman. Oh, and watch Ironheart. Ironheart is actually those first 3 episodes. Well, that first episode is kind of mid, but as it goes on, it gets a lot better. Ironheart was pretty decent. I actually did enjoy it, and I like what they're doing. Sacha Baron Cohen is actually very good in the series as well. So, very, yeah, very good. All right, until next time. Peace.
Peace.